Where did you find the inspiration to create the Apple I and Apple II computers? What thought process did you go through, considering how advanced this technology was for the time?
Okay. The Apple I and Apple II computers were done at a time when people could study and learn what the inside guts of a computer were. How a processor was designed with holding places for numbers called registers, little bits of ones and zeros that describe operation codes, which were, operations a computer could do, like moving a number into memory or adding one number to another. And this was kind of common. Out of that came the microprocessor. The microprocessor was a very tiny processor, which is the internal guts of a computer, and it has no I/O at all. So what happened was a bunch of little companies started up thinking, hey, with no money, we can actually start selling this stuff and telling people you can have a magical thing called a computer. So what they did was they put together kits of parts. They really just copied the Intel data sheets. Put a little microprocessor, a few normal surrounding chips in a normal method, put it in a case, and you have all these little switches, and you could dial in ones and zeros and push a button and get some ones and zeros into memory. Now that's not really a computer. That is a processor. It's like that's a computer. And I had built one of those about 5 years before because I was so advanced in this computer area. I was just 5 years ahead. And my thinking was largely influenced by the Hewlett-Packard scientific calculators, which I was designing. I was working at Hewlett-Packard as an engineer. And these were products that were built for humans, ready to use out of the box. You turn it on, and the keys make sense to a human. So I thought the only thing I want is something I can type in a program to maybe solve a mathematics problem, maybe solve a chess problem, type in my program, any language. I chose BASIC because I knew that people would be interested in BASIC games, and I had never programmed in BASIC. But, you do what's the right thing to do. And I wrote my own BASIC. So now I had a complete computer. We could actually type in the command. You turn the computer on, and then beep. And it was running a computer language. I mean, right out of the box. And we had manuals that told you how to start typing in your, hello world programs and that sort of thing. And so the Apple II was very complete, and the idea is the inspiration really was driven by the fact that a lot of people were talking about great social revolutions in communication, how people were going to be able to communicate with hundreds of other people very quickly. In education, how you were going to be able to get corrected instantly instead of waiting until the next day. In things like the young programmer would know how to program stuff for his company with his own computer. He'd do a lot better job than he would do with their big, huge mainframes that he didn't own or have control over. And so that was going to emphasize the mastery, of life for, us young techie guys that knew computer programming. So I wanted to make these things possible. You need a technology revolution to make the social revolution happen.